Now, 3 months ago, I made a video on the 5 best places to buy real estate in Tuscany. Today, I'm making a similar video on Umbria, nearby Umbria, where prices are a lot cheaper than Tuscany. Now, unfortunately, I did want to include Orvieto, which is one of my favorite places in Umbria, in this video. However, prices are not cheap. They're around 1,700 euros per square meter on average, which for Umbria is quite high. But the 5 places I'm going to talk about today, prices are all below 1,500 euros per square meter. Now, before I begin this video, unfortunately, Umbria is in an earthquake zone, so be mindful of what you're buying. Please be very careful of the property you buy. Make sure it can withstand an earthquake or tremors, and particularly so in the southeast part of Umbria. Anyway, coming in at number 5 is Todi. The beautiful hilltop town of Todi has a population of around 17,000. It is actually perched on a two-crested hill overlooking the Tiber River. Todi has a number of medieval monuments, most of which are on the main square called Piazza del Popolo. This piazza is often used as a movie set. Todi has also been described as the world's most livable town and Italy's most sustainable town. Events-wise, it has a weekly market every Saturday, and every second Sunday of the month it hosts an antique market. The Todi annual festival, held at the end of August and beginning of September, has plenty of theatre, music, dance, literature and art as well. Transport-wise, there are 2 train stations, but both are outside the town, so you will have to get a bus to get to the historic centre. Now, the nearest airport is Perugia, about 35 kilometers away. Otherwise, Rome airports are both around 110 kilometers away. Now, the best thing here are the prices. Property prices are on average between 1,000 and 1,100 euros per square meter. So very, very good value for money. And we're beginning to see that Umbria is much cheaper than Tuscany. Anyway, coming in at number 4, and this is world famous, it is Assisi. Now, the world famous Assisi has a population of around 28,000. It is actually a hill town and was the birthplace of St. Francis. The Franciscan structures of Assisi are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And Assisi has numerous magnificent churches, 2 medieval castles, a Roman amphitheatre built in the 1st century, a temple and some magnificent buildings. And it is rich in art and culture with 2 famous painters, Pietro Lorenzetti and Simone Martini, working together here. There are also numerous cultural events, and Assisi does have a railway station, but it is around 5 kilometers southwest of the city centre. The nearest airport is Perugia, which is just over 10 kilometers away, so very near indeed. Florence and Rome airports, which have more flights, are just over 140 kilometers away. Now, the best thing about Assisi are that despite it being such a famous town, really famous town worldwide, prices for real estate are quite cheap. They are on average around 1,400 euros per square meter. So they are very, very, very affordable. And it's not often you get such famous places around the world where you're going to pay less than 1,500 euros per square meter. Anyway, Assisi could be a good place to put your money in the real estate market or to live. And coming in at number 3 is another beautiful place, and it is Gubbio. With a population of 33,000, Gubbio is a beautiful town in northern Umbria, located near the region of Le Marche. It has numerous attractions, including a Roman theatre, a 12th century cathedral, and many noteworthy churches and buildings. But what I'm describing here is only a brief summary of what you can see in this medieval jewel of a town. And Gubbio does have a rich history. If you choose to live in Gubbio, you will find a town full of quaint shops where artisan products like ceramics, wood and leather are sold. The town is also full of food shops, and there is a famous festival annually called Race of the Candles, which combines themes of religion, folklore and pageantry. Unfortunately, there is no train station in Gubbio, so you need to get a bus to Gubbio. This can be done from Perugia train station, which is about 30 to 35 kilometers away. Now, the nearest airport is Perugia again, which is about 30 kilometers away. Otherwise, nearby airports include Ancona, Florence, and both airports are under 150 kilometers away. Bologna, Rome and Pisa airports are between 150 to 200 kilometers away. Now, Gubbio property prices are very cheap, on average just under 1,100 euros per square meter, which is significantly cheaper than Assisi. So this is why I actually put Gubbio in third place. The prices here are very, very, very cheap. Now, coming in at number 2, and possibly less well known, but a great place, is Terni. Situated in the southern part of Umbria, near the region of Lazio, I have chosen Terni as the second best place to buy in Umbria, mainly for 2 reasons. Firstly, Terni, with a population of around 111,000, is significantly larger than Todi, Assisi and Gubbio, but it still offers so much to see. It has a Roman amphitheatre, which once housed 10,000 spectators, a 17th century cathedral, many noteworthy churches and significant buildings. Now, the second main reason is that real estate prices are very low. On average, prices are just below 1,000 euros per square meter, and even in the city centre, they are on average only 1,050 euros per square meters, which is incredible value for money. So this is why I've actually put Terni in second place. Terni also has a football club called Ternana Calcio, which once played in Serie A, and I believe are currently in Serie B. Now, there are also companies which operate in and around the city, including chemical multinational companies. And the good news is that Terni does have a railway station and a well-connected bus service. Now, the nearest airport is Perugia, which is about 60 kilometers away, but even both airports in Rome are less than 100 kilometers away. So again, Terni, I'll repeat, because it is such a wonderful place, and you're not going to find many places like this where property is under 1,000 euros per square meter. And as I say, even average prices in the city centre are below 1,100 euros per square meter. So incredible value. But it's not number 1. The number 1 place for me is Perugia. Now, with a population of around 163,000, Perugia is the capital city of Umbria. Perugia is yet another Italian city that, in my opinion, does not get enough attention from foreign tourists or property buyers. It is a lovely city with many attractions, including a magnificent cathedral, numerous other beautiful churches worth visiting, museums, and many fine old buildings. In the art world, Perugia is known as the center of the Umbrian school of painting. Both Perugino and Pinturicchio worked here. There are also 2 well-known universities in Perugia, namely University of Perugia and the Foreigners' University. Now, the city does also host a number of annual cultural events, including the famous Umbria Jazz Festival, the International Journalism Festival, the Music Fest Perugia, and the Euro Chocolate Festival. And sports-wise, Perugia also has a football club playing in Serie B. It has 2 water polo teams and a top volleyball team. And the great news is that property prices in Perugia are very cheap, at an average of around 1,150 euros per square meter. So for a capital of an Italian region, I think this is unbelievably good value for money. And even in the city centre, they are only on average about 1,350 euros per square meter. Now, as well as having its own railway station, Perugia has its own airport, which flies to other European destinations directly, including London, Brussels, Rotterdam, Vienna, Barcelona, Malta, Tirana, and Bucharest. Now, if you're coming from other destinations, Florence airport is about 100, is within actually 150 kilometers. So in this, for me, is the top place to buy property in the region of Umbria. I actually love Perugia. Even if you don't buy property here, I would advise that you do make a visit. Anyway, that's it for today. I would love to know your thoughts on Umbria. Have you ever thought about buying property in Umbria? What do you think about Umbria compared to Tuscany? Is it a better place to buy real estate? Anyway, that's it for today. As ever, thanks ever so much for watching this video, and I shall see you soon on the next video.